Okay, David, so a 4-0 win at Bamber Bridge today sees us into the next round. I mean, we'll get onto the game, but you've got to be delighted with that result.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic. I thought we might get something today. We'd watched as much as we could. We'd spoken to people about Bamber and what Bamber are about. And we thought with the way they played and the way we play and with the way that we press and the type of pitch it is, we'd have a decent chance. We knew we'd have to suffer pressure, but we thought we'd have half a chance. If you'd have said we win 4-0, I'd have thought you were a madman. You know, not in my wildest dreams I think we'd come to a place like Bamber, a side with their quality and get a result like that.
And you've got to be even happier knowing that we spoke last week, 2 key players missing today, and it didn't feel like it. Everyone stepped up. I don't think there was a...
Shows the value of the squad though. If you look at the players that came in, Jack Grundy didn't put a foot wrong all day. Probably the only thing you could criticise him was the header just before he went off, where he put it just over the bar in their box, but defensively didn't put a foot wrong. Put a couple of great crosses in, and we put Callum in at the base of the midfield, and I thought he looked very comfortable in there. He was organising, and Leesy, you know, he's eternal, isn't he? He's running around like him and Kane with legs in there. I just thought we looked good. You know, we didn't miss them at all. And you look at the players we then were able to bring on: Keita Mulvey, Umar Kamara, Joe Richards. We had Shane Killock sat on the bench. It's a very strong squad. If you think you've got that, and you've still got Will and Bailey to come back,
not bad. It's not bad at all.
You know, we're in a good position squad wise.
So we'll just cover in some of the goals today. So have you ever seen Andy Keogh score anything like that in training before?
He tries the odd one, not so much in training though, because it's a bit hard at AstroTurf, and we saw how long it took him to get up today on grass. And I think he'd still be there if he tried with them on a Thursday. But as soon as this touch came and it sort of bounced up, you could see what he was going to do, and he connected so sweetly. It was a great finish. And probably what we deserved at that point in the game, because just before that, Jack Grundy put a great ball across the 6-yard box that just evaded Keogh and Eden on the far post, and I thought we got in a couple of times first half. It wasn't I think the possession had a lot of possession. They put a lot of balls down the box and weathered it, but we created some big chances.
On that, so the first half, obviously Jack Bannister scores after a really good finish and instinctive play, really. Yeah. Closing down.
Anticipation.
Yeah.
So expecting something to happen in the box, and you know, he anticipated and he arrived at pace. It's a good finish. It's not easy to hit a ball that's rising as well as he did. So really, really good. And
then the rest of the first half sort of saw us not under the cosh a little bit, balls into the box, but you must be really pleased with the way we dealt with all of that.
We knew we were going to have to soak the pressure. We knew that they were incredibly brave in possession. We overlapping centre backs. They had points where they'd have a full back, a winger, and a centre half, all within kind of 10 yards of our box, playing a 3v2 out wide, and you've got the option there of kind of bringing Eden back and bringing all 10 men back into your box and camping in a little bit to try and soak that up. But we didn't want to do that because we wanted the threat going the other way with Eden, so we told Eden to be brave and stay high. And said to players, you've got to defend properly. And, yeah, I think we defended incredibly well. Balls coming into the box, we were blocking them, we were heading them. There was a Jack Grundy head on the far post from under his own bar. And the ones we kind of didn't quite get it right, Tomo made a great save, and people say you rely on the keeper to make a save, but that's what he's there for, and that's what he does in big moments. You know, he's won in the second half as well. I think 1-11, we dealt with everything that they could throw at us. I thought more than matched them in terms of what we created.
But in the first half, it was a relatively even game in terms of chances created as well. But second half seemed to be a very dominant performance. The third goal put us in the ascendancy, and again, similar to Jack, Eden's done exactly the same. And
we talked at half time. We said we're going to have to soak up pressure. They're going to come at us. We know that's going to happen. We're going to have to be brave, and then we're going to have to take our chances when they come. And we talked about Eden playing, you know, off the shoulder and playing that in behind, because we'd seen him struggle a couple of times first half, and he was just too quick and too strong. And then great composure just to nick it around the keeper. And what's pleasing there, you've got 2 centre forwards who started, both scored, and the player who started in number 10. Yeah. You know, you've shared the goals around that front three. It's exactly what you want, and Umar and Keita then come on and do well, and you've got confident players up front.
And then we seal the win. I think everyone in the ground thought Nicky Clee was going to take that free kick, and then Callum Lee opens his account with a wonder strike.
We know Callum's got that in his locker. He said he'll score 3 a season of them, and him and Nicky are on direct free kicks. And I always say to them, work it out between yourself. And Callum asked Nicky, Nicky said, I'm taking every one until somebody tells me they're going to score. Callum, I'm scoring it. And he did. I mean, it was such a sweetly struck free kick, 2 keepers wouldn't have saved it. Yeah. It was astounding free kick. I said to Keogh, imagine scoring that overhead kick and not being the best goal of the game. It's, you know, but the difference is, if you look at, if you go back to my interviews we've done already, and we talk about big moments in games when we've been on top and we've been creating things, we've had chances and we've snatched one and pulled them wide, and we might have lost 2-1 as a result of that, or we switched off at the back and got done. There was none of that today. I don't remember defenders switching off at any point. I don't remember midfielder getting caught out of position. If they did, somebody filled in for them. And then when we did have those opportunities, I think we run his head, and I think there's maybe another couple of half chances, but we took pretty much the chances that came to us. So in terms of managing big moments and stand up and being counted in those moments, we were superb today.
We normally talk about a couple of different players who've had a really good game today. I don't think we could talk about that because I think everyone was outstanding today.
All 14 players who crossed the white line today were superb. Yeah, I genuinely can't think of many times when we said somebody's done something wrong. There were little things we might have wanted to do slightly differently, just tactically, but I don't remember a time when me or Alex looked at each other, what were we doing there? It was a very, very, very good performance from all of them.
In terms of your time at Mosley so far, you've had some pretty big away wins. Go back to Marine away, Hyde away. Some of those big games where we've turned up and expected to get a beating, and we've come out with big performances, big results. Where does this rank amongst all of them?
It's got to be up there. The Marine was a bit special because it was a Tuesday night, and you never get anything in the club Tuesday night. I think Hyde was up there because it's a local derby, but this was a game I don't think anybody really gave us much of a chance. It was we all said it's not a particular draw. We wanted it. We weren't going to get a massive crowd on. But if you look at the quality of our play today, I really struggled to find much we did wrong. And as a manager, you come away from that feeling incredibly proud. And you know, from a personal level, I made some of the changes I made, and I'm sure people were raising a few eyebrows at the selection. And we got, I think, from the entire management and coaching staff from Thursday through to today, the players in the application, and we got everything right. And it's that bit and then you shock everybody. I think there were a few take notes of that result today. So it's right up there. It's in the top three. I'm quite maybe one. I'll let you know in a couple of weeks when it's settled a bit.
And you said last week, August is a difficult time of the year in terms of fans making noise. It's a lot quieter, but you definitely heard the fans today. They were brilliant today.
So it's that little thing, isn't it? We need to give them something to shout about, and their shouting can give us a little lift, and it worked perfectly today. I think Jack Fizz won across the box early on, and immediately the fans went up on it. Then I think Kane went in for a 50-50, and the noise just started building. And then once Keogh scored that goal, I didn't shut up. You know, they didn't shut up for the rest of the game. And when we went round at the end, we had fans down both sides of the pitch, behind the goal. You know, we travelled really well today. Yeah. A few fans come up and said, you know, made the day, and hate mine as well. It's great when you have days like this. You know, we enjoy it. Let it live for 24 hours. Really enjoy it. Then we get back at it Tuesday because we've got another big game next weekend.
Yeah. Thanks for today, David. Enjoy the afternoon.
Cheers, Nathan.